Buddha blessings, namaste. This is a continuous of talks of give Caesar what is of Caesar, and the precepts of God. Today we're covering thou shalt not steal. No robarás. ¿Qué es lo que ha sido robado en los cielos? De la eternidad en la eternidad. ¿Qué es guiar a tu santificación? What is it to steal at a celestial level? Are these not heavenly realms indeed? Are you not in eternity? Is living consciousness not active right now? What is consciousness? Consciousness is all. I know all. Form and no form. Right? Eternity is ever present, unfolding as we speak. And you're in it. You are in the Garden of Eden. What is it to rob or to steal in the Garden of Eden? An eternal garden of all living forms. For obviously eternity, eternal being is ever present. Yea or nay? What is to steal at a universal level? What could that be? Because it seems to me that we have a misperception of what has gotten stolen. For sure, this essence being planet is giving. It's giving us all the necessities and aspects of life. No shortages, no hesitation. What is appearing form? For what you see? What is to steal? What is divinely given? What is in living nature? Is living nature not our teacher of consciousness? I ask you, walk with a magnifying glass or crawl up a mountain and tell me in that mountain where there's no life, where there's no consciousness. And then see into the vibrations of consciousness, which are ever pervading, right? And appearing material form. Elements appear in the void. What is the void? In the unexplainable. At its core essence. What has stolen? What has been stolen? For sure, our lands have been stolen. Our assets have been stolen. Our privileges have been stolen. Our privacy has been stolen. What is the only thing that can be stolen at a celestial level? In eternity. Mind, right? If they wax your mind, or whip your mind, control your mind, and manipulate your mind, now you don't even know what stealing is. For I surely have seen that when acid of wealth is found in Mother's Earth, usually there's people slaving away, and then there's people with guns and getting all the profit. But what are the assets to the nation? What has Pharaoh provided to us? The Pharaoh in the sky? What are our storage houses? What is a storage house? A storage house is an ecosystem of life. Here, what has been stolen is your true freedoms, celestial freedoms, with a concept of afterlife. How can it be an afterlife if it's ever present, the eternal being? It's for what you see only, a rising form. Your true identity, right, is living in God. Literally and figuratively and spiritually. The spiritual part is the difficult part. Concept of thoughts. People thought that the tongues were spoken, but what is an evil tongue? How do you steal when you tell them a lie, and then you can rob them blind? You beat their heads down, give them their books. Now you control their mind. A controlled mind can be what? Can be easily heckled and manipulated. What is psychological abuse as a whole? You're telling me these people do not have distress? What is psychological abuse as a whole? What is that syndrome? What has been stolen is any material wealth given from the heavens. For sure. Your governments, right, want to control you, but not give you access to your inheritance, what has been given in eternity. This is an eternal consciousness, for sure, and it can wrap up anything, any moment, at any time. It can dissolve consciousness if ever needed, for it controls its appearance. So if there was ever a devil, you could see one, right, in the suit that you were taking. For sure, in heaven, in heavenly lands, for sure this is not hell, right? Because we have aspects of our life. What has become hell is the economical stress upon the structure of his people. His people are all. Consciousness, yes, consciousness is of all what? Concepts of thought, concepts of speech, concepts of being. So what could be stolen? What could be stolen at a heavenly level, at a celestial plane? If manipulated, if they have no access to their inheritance, right? My Father God is not a bum, dude. All right, He left you all, everything. Spiritually, wholeheartedly, in creation, what you call creation, appearing form. Okay, sometimes we wonder about other realms. Okay, who is those that control and manipulate? Who are the fat sacks, dude, here? Why do we have starvation? with all this time on earth, all this time during all the governments, these fuckers still don't have their houses paid for? They don't even have land? In all these thousands of years? You're telling me they worked all this fucking time for nothing? And that's not slavery? That's not thievery? For sure there was theft. What is theft? A generational set of theories. So you're telling me that all these generations of Americans, Chinese, Indians, what happened to their lands? You're telling me your economy is just based on the moment right now, momentary gain? What is stealing at a celestial level? Because I put it global, you guys think you're separated. I say celestial level or universal. Whose garden is this? For you're still indeed in the cart. What is a dissolvement of consciousness? Can consciousness be dissolved? In appearing form, yes. By the Master Shamriya. Ete ata arya. What is the spark of life? What is that which is of itself? Entering and outering. What is to steal at a global generation low level? Give Caesar what is of Caesar? Absolutely nothing. What has been given unto us by the heavens? Life, liberty. What you pursue? What are the assets of this nation, since I'm just here in America? You're telling me that when you use nature, right, the oil, the water, all this form of energy, that does not belong to the people? That's not their assets. Do you know what assets are? Those companies should have been paying the people off. Not pocketing it for their fucking donkey-ass war machine and shit, dude. Or whatever else fucking parties they would have. I don't know. Some tornado twisters? Okay. In a world of madness, what are investments of insanity? In a world of madness, what are the investments of insanity? How do you steal something? So you can't tell me that it has not been stolen. So in 4,000 years, no parent here was sound enough to take care of the fucking whole group. Right? Supposedly. It seems to me that every war, every generational bullshit, then what? There's a shift of change? In other words, this belongs to me now. That belongs to you. In other words, every fucking war, every generational war, there's thievery going on. What are the assets of this nation? What are our world assets? And you're telling me the world's fucking broke? Who do those belong to? The leaders of what? Destruction? The ones that want to oppose the love of God? Which is nature unfolding? Okay, for electrical issues, for your dam that's under percent, whatever, 33 under, maybe 50% under right now, in production, encircle some waters. Do a circling dam. That way your water just keeps pouring in. It's already proven that you can even grow off salt water. So I don't know what the big deal is at. Okay? Release water into your oceans, right? Or release water into your what? Rivers. Create ecosystems. More nature. What is that doing? Is there anything wrong with that? With more life? More greenery? What is to steal? To have somebody in what? In a fake economy? Based on what? On your assets? I think that financing uses what? Credit. That's what an economy is. Because for sure as fuck, if there's a bank run, there's sure as fuck you don't have the cash to pay, right? But what are the assets of the nation? The money you don't want to show? What is to steal? If you steal the land underneath their feet, right? Then they can't eat, right? They can't cultivate, they can't plant seeds. I thought you guys knew how to plant seeds here. I thought it was a spiritual teaching. At what point did you get kicked out of a garden? Some fucking lying fool tells you guys got kicked out of a garden with a gun. You might think it's traumatizing. Dams are easy, right? You already have one. I don't know. You have all this money and never paid the people back. And I thought you guys were collecting fucking donations for your fucking donkey ass fucking wannabe, what is it called? Presidential races. Okay, what is it to think that you can kill on a celestial plane? Where is that theology at in any of God's? What is consciousness? Consciousness, all thoughts of concept, all thoughts of what? Conscious, all acts of being. As things form, that is consciousness. So what has been stolen at a global level? So then, you have a justice system for a fucking what? For a fucking set up game? In other words, if they steal all my shit, I don't have access to it, then of course I might need to fucking steal a fucking glass of water or something, supposedly. But if I need it, I don't have nothing. I've been walking and I can't eat from the forest because somebody put a fucking private sound 100 miles away. And supposedly he's the owner of that forest. So now I don't pick the apple, the fucking fruit. I just starve and die there? That's your celestial life? What is stealing at a celestial level? What is nature giving us? Right? So the elephants have to fucking go punch a clock in or fucking ask for permission to eat? Or if she's thirsty, she's got, if she don't have 50 cents, she can't buy a glass of fucking water? What is to steal at a global level or a celestial level? You're already in eternity, so why are these actions being taken? Who are these fucking fools? They can build 10 homes and somebody says, nope, they're not yours. Don't even fucking construct. You can't cultivate shelter. Freeze their ass off to death. That makes more sense. And thou shalt not steal, right? No, you're not of this planet. You all your DNA, all your fucking, every aspect of you, and now you're in a fucking struggle? A celestial being in a fucking struggle over finances? When all the assets of the inheritance of God have already been given? What are the spirit fruits? What is of the Spirit? What has the Spirit produced? What has Spirit produced? Nature, right? Or is this not part of nature? The lands you fucking what? Fermentate supposedly? What is fermentation? What is stealing at a global level for 4,000 years nearly? So you're telling me in those 4,000 years nobody could pay their fucking mortgages off? For sure there was fucking thievery here at a global level. Who are your fucking kingsmen? Are they royals? Are they more royal than me? Are they more royal than you? Who told you that shit? Some fuckhead with a gun to your head? He's the royal boss, dude. We gotta listen to him, dude. He's got fucking oil. Who brought the fucking oil here? Did you carry it here? Did you produce it out of nothing? Did you shove it up your ass and bring that haul here? What has been stolen? Not only lives, right? Supposedly you have freedoms. If they put a fucking gun to your head and you don't want to serve in the war, kill somebody, they put you in jail, right? That's a crime. Okay, you're psychiatrists. Your practice began with drilling holes in people, and you're the ones that call sanity shots? What is, for sure the world is what? Is in a state of madness, right? What are your investments of insanity? Supposedly the fucking, what? The ones that knew better. Or were in it for themselves. How could it be that the military protects, right, all these assets and hasn't had access? You pay them a salary and based on your economy? What is your fucking economy? Credit based on your assets? How can you be 21? I was wondering, how could they be $21 trillion in the hole and really don't show that many effects for the assets that they have? Daniel, do a math division for me. It's like $5 million in just credit. For each individual based on the assets of this nation, supposedly. Right? Supposedly, what is our actual assets? So you play them in the media, your economy's up, down, up, down, up, down. And what is all the asset revenue of this nation, of these lands? So for sure the government was what? Controlling the fields of life? So now you die because you can't drink a glass of water or eat a fucking apple or eat some grain? Because no, we need workers. Are they employees or fucking slaves, dude? Come on, man. Who are you fucking kidding, dude? Don't play your fucking donkey games with me. So what has been stolen in America? All your rights? Right off the get-go, and then they want to play rights? I say freedom versus freedom, right? Freedom versus freedom. Here in America, where do your freedoms begin and they end? In times of war, as this nation was born and through the Civil War as well, what would be the supremacy of your law? Who would you be referring to in times of distress? To God, right? Would you hold the fucking bingo bango wannabe Sunday school fucking lawyer? That's who you're going to pray to? Or the judge? Is that who you, or the president? Are you going to put that motherfucker up there? Who are you going to be praying to in times of war? And when you're in it, when every individual's in it. And you're going to bullshit me with all these fucking donkey laws of intellect? Or dialect? Or stupidek? What do they got? A hit list laundry? When I said, like, motherfuckers, what was stolen, right? What has been taken must be given. So what happened to all these treasures of all these fucking wannabe governments? Thou shalt not steal. You're already in eternity. That's already an overkill, an overreach. Where's the respect of a celestial being and eternity? And you guys want to fucking shake them down? You're going to argue eternity with me? Yeah, it is. Has it begun? That's your fucking koan. I gave you the answer. What is to steal? A piece of bread? Doesn't bread come from fucking wheat? Grain? Isn't that provided by nature? Easily, but everybody wants to fucking, what? Have their own crops? For who? For their own wealth? Because they need what? What do they need? I could give a fuck less. I said, I'm going to see how much land asset there is here in the United States. All the minerals, all the treasures, those are the assets of the nation. I say about 10 million at least, dude. And then with a tax city from fucking all these generations of fucking wannabe Caesars, give Caesar what is of Caesar, nothing. He is stolen. Your government supposedly is in control of all these assets. And all these generations, nobody fucking, no, it was just a selected few, right? They were the only royals. If I calculate all economic what? All the economic life earnings in all these thousands of years, you're going to tell me that these motherfuckers are broke, dude. You wanted to debate with me. What has been stolen? How do you steal? Well, you set up a system, right? Against the people. I mean, this is intellectual mind. Okay, so you're in eternity, motherfucker. Right? Is that an overshoot already? Did you bring yourself here? So this is outside of eternity, what we're experiencing? What is living consciousness? The eternal one? You look for gaps, right? You travel, you walk the mountain, you crawl on it, right? All the way up. You tell me where there's no life. Is that mountain alive or not? Or is it dead? It's an inanimate object? What has been stolen? Really? Put your binoculars on, government, look around, see what got stolen. Your own history will tell you what's been stolen. What lands were invaded, this, that, all that shit, and you're fucking dead broke. So do the math, and don't bullshit me. Taxing you 10 million won't be shit. But it's not taxing. These are the assets to this nation. Your economy, whatever it may be, whatever it may be. If there's few fucking punks that say that's their mountain, dude, tell them to go suck my dick royally. They can come visit me personally. For this, we have a desert. Fly you out there, throw you out there, see if you make it. My mother says, what? Tell Cain and Abel not to steal or kill. What has been stolen? How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you steal a nation? So you wipe out those people, now it's your land, right? Supposedly, did you bring yourself into this fucking universe? Are you capable of that? Will you ever be capable of that? Bring yourself in, out of life and out of life? And nothing has been stolen here. My fucking donkey ass that it hasn't been stolen. Speaking to Caesar, which in this case is all forms of government, of thievery, hate, mongering, killing, self-worship. Okay, to have self-worship, you need to bring yourself in. Are you that which arises of itself? What has been stolen must be given back with interest. For sure, lands have been stolen. And lives. All forms of government, y'all suck balls on your watch, dude. Royally. Thank you for your thoughts and consideration.